Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight I have a gear review for you all. I will be reviewing this truck bed storage system that you see behind me. This is by a company called DECKED. So I'm going to tell you all about the features of it, pros and cons about it, and what I use it for personally. So let's get right into it. So let's start out with the biggest feature of the storage system, and that is securing your gear. So not only from the weather, but from people as well. So each of the drawers has a spot where you can put a lock on it. Now obviously when you close your tailgate and lock it, that will lock the system up for you as well. But added security, there are locks that can go on each of the drawers. I don't have them in right now, but they would go right here. And the system is weatherproof, so it will protect the gear from the elements as well. Now, let me open this up so you can see what it looks like. This makes use of your entire truck bed. These drawers are also quite customizable. So you can see I have a little divider right here. There are a number of spots for dividers, so you can really customize it to how you like to use it. Now I have some fly fishing rods in here right now. I'm a hunter, I'm an angler. That's the kind of gear that I use this for mostly. So these guys fit in without the dividers, obviously. We also have a nice box back here, which I will pull out, which can be a little bit difficult to get out. Oh my God. So this box is also by DECKED. This has mostly the kind of gear that you need in your truck: ratchet straps, locks, jumper cables, things like that, that you're probably not reaching for on a day-to-day basis, but you need to have in your truck. So we've got that. So when you close the drawer, you can't be gentle with it. So as you can see, if I gently close this thing, that actually worked just fine. What I'm saying is this handle can sometimes get caught. So if you're too gentle with it, it'll sort of get stuck right there. It won't go all the way closed. So you kind of have to give it, give it a little push. Can't be afraid to be a little aggressive with it to get it closed. But the handles are really nice. There's a spring system in it. So once you get used to how it pulls to open and closes, it's really smooth. I've never had any issues with the tracks. The tracks roll with ease. I also find that it's a little bit easier the more weight that's in there. So you put the system together yourself. Do we have that footage? We probably do. We put this together with a couple of our friends in their shop. You see the functionality of everything. So, I put in the handles and put the tracks on and, the seal to keep it weatherproof. So you learn a little bit more about the functionality of it. I don't know where I was going on that, but you see what I'm saying. So this is how the drawers work. So in this next drawer, I have hunting gear. So right now it's turkey season for me. So I have some decoys in here, my vest that I've been using and loving so much. That's a whole nother video. I have my shotgun in here. Now obviously I don't keep my shotgun in the bed of my truck all of the time. It's something that comes in and out with me, but even just driving from, location A, which would be my house, to my hunting spot, just having a spot where it's safe, and even if it's raining outside, it's gonna be just fine. You can also put it in the back of your truck too, but you catch my drift. My bow does not ever ride in here because I have a case for it that's padded and protected, although you have that option as well. If you want to put your bow back here, you can do that. I do have my archery bag back here, which this is great because this is one of those things that we're out here, I'm going to shoot my bow after this, for example. If I need something to adjust my bow, I've got it here. So That's great. Just other hunting related things that fit back here nicely and keeps them safe and secure and organized. So everything has a space back here. There are 4 buckets in each deck system that you can put extra gear. So all of these buckets on the 4 corners, they are not weatherproof. So water will get in here, but you can fill this up with ice if you're going to a tailgate and some beer, and there are cup holders on the back there. So if you are someone who likes to tailgate, that's a subtle but nice little feature. You can store anything else in these buckets that can get wet, because it will get wet. These are not weather tight on the side. But added storage, which is great. I just like that they are utilizing this space. Obviously you have the 2 drawers in the center, but overall it can feel like you're wasting a little bit of space when really you end up maximizing your space, and those are a nice added bit of storage. The bed itself is super flat, so if you're someone who sleeps in the bed of your truck, like if you are out hunting and you're just gonna sleep in your truck, but you know, in the bed of your truck, this is actually a really nice platform to sleep on. You can throw down a sleeping pad, sleeping bag, and you're good to go. Granted that the weather's nice, but if you had a shell, that might not be a bad option either. So this storage system does not get drilled into the bed of your truck. It attaches to the anchors that are already in your truck bed. So with that, your anchors go away. So I would highly recommend something like this. This is a track system that DECKED sells, although you may be able to buy this through other manufacturers as well. It does not come with it though, so keep that in mind. This will provide you with anchor points so that you can strap down anything that you may need to secure. If you're moving, if you travel with equipment for your job, if you have a quad, I think you can get a quad up in here, I was about to say. The payload, I believe, is 2,000 pounds or 2,200. So you have that ability as well. But this system is super versatile. You can move around the anchor point very easily, depending on the kind of item you're trying to secure down. There's also a conversion strip on here for your convenience and a measuring tape, which I think is kind of cool. And there is a little plate down here with a bottle opener. So 2 things I forgot to add. All DECKED systems are made in America, and they're made out of recycled materials, which I greatly appreciate as a consumer. Overall, I really like my DECKED system. I like that I can organize my stuff. I like that it's safe and secure. And especially for someone who does a lot of outdoor activities, it is nice to have some storage in the back of my vehicle that works and that's functional. So I give it 2 thumbs up. I really like it. I will say I do have a couple cons actually. We have Quiet Cat e-bikes that are quite large and heavy, and before we had the DECKED system, we would just throw them over the tailgate. So if you are someone who has mountain bikes or e-bikes, any kind of bike for that matter, that you normally transport over your tailgate, you will not be able to do that with this system. For smaller bikes, you can secure them standing, but the e-bikes that we have, it just doesn't quite work like that. So that's a downside to me, and something that I would definitely consider before you really look into something like this. And we had to remove our bed liner. So this truck is a 2011 Ford F-150. It had a plastic bed liner that we had to remove because the system wouldn't fit in there with it. Now really, like, that's an easy fix, but I kind of wish that it would have worked, because now it's just a little bit of a pain in the butt. Not the end of the world, just something to throw out there as well to consider. There are a couple other points that I forgot to mention. Each drawer has a 200-pound capacity, so you can put 200 pounds of gear into each drawer and it will still slide properly. The system itself weighs anywhere between 200 to 220 pounds, depending on your truck bed length size, etc. So it's not going to affect your fuel economy. For example, it's not something big and heavy in the back of your truck. Another note, it doesn't make any noise either. It doesn't rattle around, it stays secure in the bed of the truck. So that is it, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave comments down below with what you think. What do you think of the DECKED system? I'm excited to know. It has been overall so great to have, and I would highly recommend it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.